It's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
This world is crazy. This world is violent. It's like this world is not right. And you know being it's safer to go home. It's always safer to go home. And the temptation to be out there and to be voicing your opinions is dangerous. I think people are just waiting to hear the wrong thing, and then boom, a fight. And
Yeah.
it's crazy out there. I'm 52. I know what I'm talking about. You know what? I'm going to tell you, since I was young, I'm going to tell you what they did to me when I was young. They hanged me upside down a light pole. These down the alley where, see, we lived by an alley, and I'm just a boy. I was just a boy. And when this happened to me, I was like maybe 7, maybe 10 years old. And this happened to me in Texas. So, we lived next to an alley, right next to an alley. And so I went down the alley looking for company. Seriously, I went to. I noticed these hippies, these Mexican hippies that lived down that alley by the railroad tracks. So, the my parents weren't really taking care of me the way they should have. So I went down there, man. I went down there looking for friends, or looking for big brothers, actually. And they tied me. They tied me upside down by my feet on a light pole, and my mom had to come get me down. That happened to me when I was a boy, man. And everything I've seen, and to make the story short, you can just see it in the movies. Everything I've seen, you see in the movies. It's crazy. This world is not safe. It's best to go home. And like me, I drink at home. Because everybody wants to fight. I mean, you know why everybody wants to fight? Because I'm going to tell you why everybody wants to fight somebody, because they have like unresolved issues. And there's a term I'm trying to remember, passive aggressive. They're passive aggressive. In other words, they're taking it out on the wrong people. It's like they're just waiting for somebody to match their father, mother, whoever they have a problem with at home, and boom, they're gonna kick ass. They're gonna kick dad's ass, but you know, it's going to be somebody else's. It's not. It's like a punching bag. Basically, people are using people as punching bags, to relieve their stress and all that. And I'm happier just being at home, avoiding all the trouble out there. There's a bunch of disappointments. There's disappointments like dominoes out there. It's crazy. Um, but yes, Black Lives Matter, and but I leave them alone, because they have problems. Like every race has problems, and um, I mean, they're doing all they can. They're doing all they can to keep the cops at bay. I mean,
Uh,
they're doing what they can.
do you believe that everyone's a bit racist?
I believe that everyone hates bad behavior, and everybody behaves bad sometimes. So it's best for people to stay away from people. Again, it's been my experience. Getting together with people is not is dangerous. It's always dangerous. It's like a trap. Loneliness is what drives people to loneliness is the only reason that drives people to to make contact with someone else. And but the world is um it's like, the truth is, all races are trying to preserve theirs, but I find that as an excuse because because everybody has a big population. Every race is a big population. Every race really can be a country of its own, and has been a country of its own. And funny that America, I mean, how things geared towards America, it's like everybody came to America trying to escape uh, um, they let me think, because I know what I want to say. I just my mind's getting blocked. Everybody comes to America to escape, some kind of tyranny, or some kind of, whatever it's called, dictatorship. And America's the best country in the world to escape to live happily or peacefully. But I found that it's best to stay home. I mean, I they're just waiting to do anything to anybody. It's
Well, that's
crazy
crazy
out there.
people out there.
Yes, yes, it's crazy. I know it is. I've seen it. I can tell you stories upon stories. What I have seen, everything I've seen since I was a child, nothing but violence. Everything I've seen was nothing but violence. People fighting, people arguing, and it even happened to me. I married twice, and I married the wrong women. Um, we were all we did was argue and fight, but the only thing I can say about marriage, I think it's best to be single till you really meet the right person. And see, a
Yeah,
lot of people are desperate when it comes to loneliness, and that's why they get in trouble.
that's the wrong thing. That's the wrong thing. Exactly.
Right. I've been suffering. Well, not really. Well, yes, I've been suffering. I've lived single. I'm living a single life now for, like, I guess, over 6, 7 years. And I like it, but the only time I do not like it is when when my mind tricks me into over drinking. But I'm tired of over drinking, so I'm putting my foot down. And well, yeah, man, because I mean, it's that empty feeling when I'm drunk. That empty feeling is like, it's scary, man. It's the scariest thing ever. I mean, have you ever gotten drunk and just felt empty, and I mean so empty? It's scary. So, I don't want to feel empty, because okay, I'll even go further. I went to that point where I felt empty and demonic. In other words, I could not feel myself. I could not feel my own soul, because my
Wow.
brain, the soul is one with the body. So if you numb your brain uh, if you numb your brain bad enough, you can't feel your soul. You cannot feel your soul. All you feel is the demon having a heyday, and that's what happened. That's what
Yeah,
happened to me
exactly.
a few days ago, and I was like, no. I was desperately crying out to Jesus. No, I don't want that. No, 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 not that. I'm an
Yeah.
alcoholic, though. I am an alcoholic.
Well, honestly, man, I'll be praying for you, and the best way to really get rid of that, I think, is to get into the Word and just pray hard. And sometimes, it is good to get help too, if you do need it. Like if you're really bad, like to get some friends or something, talk to them and talk to them.
Oh, yes, those things can be helpful at the right time. At the right time. And that's another thing people need to realize. Is it time for that? Sometimes it's not time for something, and people are trying to, this happens worldwide. People are trying to find the right time, but that's not how it happens. It's like, let me put it to you this way. You grow a plant, and that plant's going to develop, but it's going to take time. It's just going to take time.